Welcome back to another edition of Just the Average Homeowner. I'm Mark, I'm Just the Average Homeowner, and we're in weekend 3 of our stair remodel project. As you can see, I've puttied and caulked the molding, and now we're getting ready to install the newel posts. Knowing that this has to be 40 inches high, I made my measurement down here to 40 inches, and I'll have to cut off about 14 inches of this newel post. Now we will be installing the newel post with a newel fastening system. So we'll drill a hole, pre-screw this down in there. We'll drill a hole through here, drill another hole in here so that we can put the bolt in, put it on, level it out, bolt it down, and we're good to go. I have my post cut to size. I need to drill a couple holes in it so we can put the newel post fastener in. I got all my holes drilled. Now I'm just driving this bolt in there, and it's pretty solid. Okay, it's real slow going, but this baby is solidly in here. It's all plumb. We're ready to put our next post in. The post install is coming along very well. This post is at the top of our steps. It is a little out of plumb, so we're going to shim it up a little bit. Make sure that we're nice and level before we tighten it down. Okay, all our posts are in, all the plugs are in. We'll let that dry up, sand that down. We'll get a paint on all this, and then we can start laying out our railings and our balusters. Today we're going to begin our baluster layout. The first thing we have to do is to figure out our spacing. There are some good YouTube videos out there that tell you how to figure out the spacing. I know for my project and the type of balusters I have, from center to center they have to be 4 1/4 inches apart. So once I found my center, I split the first one, and then I start measuring 4 1/4 inches apart, and that's where my holes will go. I know we need 39 inches for the length of our baluster. So I made a quick jig here, kind of hold it in place. This gives me my measurement of 39. Now I'm going to cut it. Okay, we now have one baluster cut to size. Now that I have all the holes drilled, I'm going to square them up with a scrap piece of wrought iron baluster that I cut to size. And now we have it. We'll just punch the rest of these out, cut some more baluster, cut some more top rail, and continue on. Alright, I'm going to put the screws in for the banister. Here's a neat little trick. Since they're long screws, if you put a little soap on them, make them go in just a little bit easier. Just like that. If we just laid out 4 1/4 here, that would move our balusters closer together. So we got to figure out how to space it out here and get 4 1/4 on center spacing. So how do we do that? I cut a piece of wood at the 39-degree angle that I know this angle is. We figured that out earlier. Then I cut this 4 1/4, and so that's our distance from center to center, right there. Well, I can actually use this piece to mark our centers. To drill the holes for the balusters. Now, because this is at an angle, I'm not going to drill in this way. I got to drill this way. First, we start by drilling a little bit straight in. Put it in the starter hole, and I'm going to start straight in. Then I'm going to turn up. Now how do I catch the angle? Again, I cut this board at that 39-degree angle. So I know by going straight down like that, that I have my angle. We're going to have to match the angle. This board is cut again at 39 degrees. So we'll start it straight down first. Then we'll follow our angle. there we have it. Again, I have this marked so I don't go too deep, but it should be enough to keep my baluster in place. Okay, there it is. So there you have it. 5 weekends of work, and we completed our stairway renovation. So until the next project, which I believe is going to be a kitchen island redo, I'm Mark, and I'm just the average homeowner.